Good morning, Kevin. Here's the machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in brushed stainless steel. So as it's on the photos, this is in good condition on the outside. Not the best condition, of course. It's a used machine, so you would expect some wear and tear. On this unit, it's mainly around the front, so a bit of scratching, a couple of small dents, few small dents here. Maybe hard to see on video. A few small dents on the back plate as well. And I think the previous owner was cleaning the front a bit too much, so the buttons here are fading out. So you have the double button, single button, program button, the clean me light, and the hot water and steam light. So those are sort of wearing out. I'm happy to scrape them off completely for you because they're like half worn out. So you can still see some of it. The ones on the left are pretty okay. But yeah, the machine is fully functional. I've just finished doing the service on it, so absolutely no problems with this machine. I've done all the cleaning, and yeah, now it's ready to make a coffee. So when you turn it on, it'll take about a minute usually to reach temperature. You can wait for the machine to warm up to get a really nice hot cup of coffee. To warm it up, you need to either wait 10 or 20 minutes in this standby mode, or you can run a few blank shots. So I'm gonna run the blank shots, so without any coffee in the handle. You see I've got the double basket in there. Without any coffee, just put your cup underneath and press the double. You do that once or twice. Perfect. So now the machine is nice and hot. Can move on now and can grind the coffee. Let's see. I'll take out the portafilter. You want to dry the basket before grinding. This basket is the dual wall double basket, so it'll take about 17 grams of coffee comfortably. So I'm going to use my scale to measure. You really don't have to measure and weigh the input and the output of this machine. It's quite easy to get it right just by practice. But I'm going to be measuring just for your interest. The machine is currently on grind size number 4. I've added a fresh batch of beans just last night. Grind amount is on 12 o'clock position and it's on single at the moment. So I like to do it in 2 steps. So I'll do a single, press it down with the tamper, do another single. So that's how I can get a double. You can press the double option, but for me I feel like it's more consistent and it's less messy if I do the 2-step method. Okay. Let's see what we get. That's 16.8, so pretty much 17 grams. I'll leave it there. So before you press the coffee down, you want to distribute the coffee grounds, either by using a distribution tool or your fingers, what I just like to do, is just to use my palm or my fingers. Nothing too complicated. And when you press it down, make sure you apply firm and even pressure. Now that we know that we have the correct dose, we have 17 grams according to the scale. You'll see the tamper depth go this deep. So the silver part on the tamper is how much your tamper will go if you have the correct dose, either on the single basket or the double basket. So if you don't have a scale or you're in a hurry, just look at the depth of the tamper. So this is how deep it goes. It's a nice rule of thumb to follow. Or another way is to just grind the coffee, sort of spread it out, and if there's any excess on top, just remove that, and when you press it down, it'll be this deep. Make sure it's flat and not wonky to one side, and make sure there's no gaps in your coffee. Lock it in, sort of in the middle. You don't have to go all the way to the right because the group head seal is relatively fresh, so it's going to hold its place. So just there. If you have too much coffee in the portafilter, you won't be able to lock the portafilter on. And also, if you I was going to say, if you have too little coffee, the taste of the coffee might be weak, or you'll see the pressure very low. Yeah, so you also have a hot water tap here. This will give you fresh hot water right from the boiler. You can use it for long black coffees, tea bags, anything really. I like to add a bit of hot water and sugar to my cup to give the coffee a bit of sweetness. But you can use sweetener or different syrups. Okay, so let's make the coffee now. So I'm going to measure the output as well. So the input was 17, the output, I want it to be double of 17, so around 34, 35, anything between 30, I guess 32, 38 should be good. It doesn't have to be exact, this is not a science, it's just coffee. And the buttons here are programmable, so you can change the length of each of them separately. At the moment it's on factory seconds, so you can reset to factory settings by holding this button, the program button. I'm gonna actually change this button, the double button for you. So the way you do that is you grind your coffee, press it, and then put the portafilter on, and then press program, and then press the button you want to program. Pay attention to the pressure. You want the pressure to be in the grey zone. That's what Breville recommends. Perfectly at 12 o'clock. I'm going to stop it right there. That was 20 seconds. So it took us 20 seconds to get this amount of coffee, which is 36. So just to show you, that's exactly 36 grams of coffee. 35.9. Very good crema. It is using the dual wall basket, so the dual wall basket is sort of the easier basket to use, but you can always upgrade to the single wall basket. It's like $10 online. But yeah, this basket will give you good coffee with not too much trouble. So even if you have the grind size slightly wrong, or the gram amount in the portafilter slightly more or less, it should be okay, because it's quite forgiving, the dual wall baskets. Yeah, so that's the espresso. Let's add some milk and make this into a latte. So turn on the steamer, give it about, you know what, let's clean the coffee first. So you want to take out the portafilter, knock it into a knockbox. I also have a knockbox for sale, a spare one, so if you're interested let me know. But you want to knock it nice and hard. And then press the double button, this time to rinse. This will clean the portafilter and the shower screen. You can even lock in the portafilter to pressurize and flush. There we go, it's pressurizing, and then when you turn it off it will depressurize, flush everything. Yeah, that's a good way to clean the machine, I think, especially with the dual wall baskets, because it will give you pressure even when it's empty. That's why it's really easy to use. And when you're done, lock the portafilter in, only very lightly because you're not making a coffee, so you don't have to lock it all the way in, put pressure on the rubber. Yeah, so now that's clean, turn on the steamer. It will take about 10-15 seconds to start steaming. You want to fill your milk jug about halfway with milk. Once steam starts coming out, turn it up, position your jug, turn it back on. You want to learn the positioning of the jug, so you want the wand to be at the edge of the jug and sort of close to the surface. And keep spinning it in a circle so that it keeps mixing the milk as you steam. And then I'm going to stop it when it's too hot to touch. So just about there. Give it a purge. And now let the machine cool down. It will cool down automatically to espresso mode. Perfect, so yeah, it's important to purge, otherwise the hole for the steamer will be blocked and you won't be getting any steam. It's also important to clean the machines as soon as you can, so grab a wet towel, wipe the wand. Obviously the metal gets really hot on the wand, so the milk will like bake on it and it will be really hard to remove later on. So the sooner you clean it, the better. Don't neglect the sides or the bottom. That's all you have to do to clean the Barista Express after a coffee. And yeah, now it's time to pour the milk, see what we get. Depending on how you do the frothing, you can actually get really good latte art. Not saying that I will, but if your technique is correct, you'll get really nice, silky, smooth milk. Yeah, sometimes I get the occasional heart. Today I got something sort of like a heart. But yeah, it looks really good. As you see, we've got a good amount of foam. The color is really nice. And yeah, like if you're a skilled barista, you can do fantastic latte art just like the cafes can do. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the machine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later today. Cheers.